let's get started laying on our mats. Get as comfortable as you can. You may want to begin with a gentle bend through your knees. Closing the eyes. Keeping the arms out wide. Let's bring our palms down to ground or empty. Full deep breath in through your nose, expanding through your chest, ribs, belly. And then slow exhale out through your nose. Allow your upper body. Full deep breath in. Start to find your rhythm. One nice even inhale and exhale. Begin to work on a pause. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3. Exhale slowly for 3 and 1. Next few moments, just to breathe and figure out your count. If your count is a 4 or a 5, allow yourself to explore. Notice how your body is exploring and you have the space for tension to move. Explore thoughts. Knowledge. Mix up anything that's going to allow unnecessary thoughts. And fresh energy, fresh thought out, releasing and unnecessary. It's the unnecessary with a focused intention. Either a word, a phrase, or an your attention fully in, expanding intention. Exhale, release the tension. With this exercise, inhale intention. in. Exhale. Intention. Breathing and focused intention. Anytime throughout your practice. The sprinkles. Maybe beginning to add some sprinkles, bringing movement in. Inhale, extending your arms overhead, lengthening your legs. And exhale, hugging knees into chest. Same here. Breathing fully in. As you exhale, bringing your knees a little bit closer. Start to bring some gentle motion, taking your knees side to side. That's a walk. Back to center. Inhale, and as you exhale, hands resting on the top of your knees. Exhale, guide your knees out wide. And begin to make circles with your left knee, using your hand to help guide this motion. Imagine you were drawing on the wall with your knee. And taking your circles in opposite direction. Got a sticky hip like I do. You have this and press. Crisps in there. And then finding stillness. Breathe in. Exhale, hug knees back to center. Full breath in. Exhale, guide your knees back to wide. And making circles on your right knee. Make the circles in as big of a direction as you like. Change the circles to rest. Come back to stillness. Breathe in, exhale, knees hug in. Release your feet to the ground. Bringing your heels as close to your sit bones as you can. And take your hands onto the top of your hip bones. Breathe in, and as you exhale, try to point the bottom edges of your hip bones up towards the sky, pressing your low back into the ground. Breathe in, and exhale, and back to neutral. You may feel that little arch through your low back and back. Breathe in, and exhale, flatten your back down. Start to lift your hip bones up towards the sky. Bring your belly in towards your side. Inhale, and as you exhale, release back down. One more. Inhale, exhale, flatten your back. Bottom of your hip bones begin to point slightly up. Lift your hips. Maybe this time holding here. Nice, strong engagement through your core. And hold for 3, 2, and 1. Lift a little higher, big smile. Make sure there's no pain in the shoulders or the neck. If there is, lower your hips a little further down. You guys feel your thighs working? Good. Breathe in, big smile. And exhale, last time, lift just a little bit higher. You can bring your hands underneath of your hips for a little bit of support. Or if you have a block, you can put that there. But if you don't, you'll use your legs and your core a little more. Breathe in, And slowly edge down for 5, hips a little low. 4, lower on each count. 3, 2, and 1, hover for 3, 2, 1, release. Big breath in. Exhale, splay your knees open, soles of the feet. Touch butterfly pose. Full breath in, full breath out. Big breath in through your nose and out. Three more rounds of breath. Inhale, exhale, hug your knees back to center. Release your left foot to the ground. Bring your right knee further hugged and then grab the back of your leg. Good. Now stay here. We'll play with extending our leg to the sky. Keeping a hold on the back of the thigh. You might feel a little bit more stretch through the back of your leg as you do so. Option to begin to walk your hands closer to your ankle. Maybe pointing and flexing. Circles, one direction. Yeah. So inhale, exhale. Bend your knee, hug your knee back to center. Inhale, extend your toes to the sky, hands out by the side. Big breath in. Exhale, slowly, leg extended, lower your leg towards the ground. Flat back here, and down, 4, 5, lower, 4, lower, 3, 2, and 1, hold. Check on your low back. If that arch is coming back, press your low back into your mat. Pull your belly into your spine. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale all the way up to the sky. And exhale, flex your foot. Keep the ankles stacked over your head. And now begin to walk your hands closer towards your ankle. Nice, soft, relaxed shoulders. 4 more rounds of breath. Breathe in. And maybe as you exhale, look to flex your toes a little bit closer. Breathe in. Exhale. Release right ankle on top of your left thigh. Foot stays flexed. Breathe in. Exhale. Guide your right knee closer in line with your left. So figure 4. Stay here or begin to add a little bit more spice. You can keep your ankle glued to your thigh, bringing your left knee closer to your toes, grabbing for the back of your left thumb. You want a little bit more heat, begin to extend your left leg high, maybe flexing through your leg. Anybody that needs a little bit of ghost pepper spice? Walk your hands up your left leg closer to the ankle. Whichever variation, work to keep your knees about in line with each other. 3 more rounds of that. And exhale. Left foot to mat. Right ankle stays glued to your thigh. Keep your foot flexed. And let's all take a little scoot over to the right side. Now inhale, everything stays glued. And as you exhale, right foot aims to touch down towards the left side. Maybe grabbing a block or something to put underneath here. 3 rounds of breath. And if this feels like it's a little bit too much, unglue the ankle, bring the knees together, and just take a gentle twist over to the side. You'll still get that stretch through your outer thigh and glute area. Inhale, exhale, release back to center. We'll take some gentle flows here. We'll rock our right knee over to the right. Try to keep the hips, the ankle glued, but pay attention to your knees. Don't take it so far that you start to feel any sharp stabbing pains. We'll edge over to the right, inhale to center, and then tap your foot over to the left. Continue to move slowly through this motion. Breathe in, exhale, knee rocks to the right. Inhale to center, right foot reaches towards the left. This nice gentle mobility through our low back. Allow the hips to lift as they come to one side. So try to keep your shoulders glued to your mat. Here's a little tip for your knee. If you're feeling a little crankiness through it, try to bring your left foot a little bit closer towards the front edge of your mat. About 3 more rounds, side to side. Back to center. Release your feet. Take your knees in and your feet as far towards the mat edges as feels right. Inhale and exhale. Relax and breathe here. If this doesn't feel good, keep the ankles stuffed under the knees. Full breath in. Exhale. Knees come into chest. Releasing right foot to ground. Grab for the back of the left thigh. You can extend through your right leg or keep it bent if that doesn't feel right. Now take a breath in, holding on to the back of your left thigh. Work to play with extending your right leg long, your left leg long. Wow. Sorry guys, coffee has kicked in. Breathe in, exhale, maybe pulling your knee a little bit closer in and working to lengthen through your leg. I'm sure you'll notice you're not getting as much extension in. That's okay. We're working to lengthen more the muscles that are closer to the glutes and the upper thigh muscles. As you rotate through your ankle. Changing direction. Breathe in. Exhale, release. We'll inhale, extend left leg long, ankle stacked over hips. Good time to bring a bend through your right leg. Press your low back down. Breathe in, exhale, slow lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, check on your low back. If it's not pressing into your mat, go ahead and activate through the core. Press your low back into your mat. Hold for 3, 2, 1. And inhale, slow rise for 3, 2, 1. Ankle stacked over hip. Breathe in, exhale. Grab the back of your legs and flex. Gentle stretch through leg. You may feel this more through the calf area. If you need a little bit more, begin to walk your hands a little bit further towards your ankle. Breathe in. Exhale. Release. Left ankle on right thigh. Foot stays flexed. Inhale. And as you exhale, left knee will aim in line with your right. Find a gentle stretch here. You need a little bit more. Interlace the hands back of right thigh. Option to extend your leg high. More slice, walk your hands further towards your right ankle. Breathe in. Exhale. If the right foot is high, bring your right foot back to mat. Arms out to a T. Inhale, exhale, scoot your hips slightly further to the left side. Take a deep breath in, exhale, release left foot down toward the right side. 3 rounds of breath. Inhale, center. As you exhale, bring your hips back to center and we'll start to rock side to side. Keeping the ankle glued down, making any adjustments so that the movement is comfortable for your body. Slow it down. Breathe in, out, let it down. Inhale, extend. Good morning, stretch. As knees hug into center. Rock your way to a seated position. Inhale, rise, hands and gaze high. Exhale, right hand down, left hand over. Breathe in, exhale, center. Inhale, exhale, left down, right reaches over. Now let's start to move side to side, reaching to right. Inhale and exhale, reach left. Continue to move with your breath. About 2 more rounds, side to side. Inhale, rise, exhale, tabletop pose. Take a deep breath in. So we'll move to our cat-cow's option to do cat-cow seated. Exhale, round, chin to chest. Inhale, belly down, gaze comes high. Exhale, round. Take a few more rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, cow, belly down, gaze up. Exhale, cat. Round your spine, chin to the chest. Few more moving at your pace. Inhale to neutral. Exhale. We'll find our table. Wow, our downward facing dog. Take whatever variation suits you. Traditional dog, hips to sky, grounding through your hands, heels down. Modified dog, find your hips underneath of your ankles and walk your fingertips as far forward as you can. Drop your chest down, maybe tilting up onto your fingertips. 2 more rounds of that. You get to look both, step, or hop to the front of your mat. We'll inhale, flat back, hands on thighs. Press your hands firmly into the top of your thighs. And start to lengthen through your arms, gentle bend through your knees. Make sure you're not doing this hyperextending. Gentle bend, lengthen, and hold. You may feel a gentle stretch somewhere between your back and your hips. You might not feel much at all. Pull your belly in towards your spine. Deep breath and down. Now stay here. If you want to add a little bit more work, extend your hands back. Keep your spine long. Pull the belly further in towards the spine. Maybe flutter your arms for a little bit more. Trying to tap your hands together behind you. For 5, 4, 3, 10, 9, 8, 7. You should feel your triceps working. 4, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Gentle bend. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Full breath in. Exhale out. I spent the weekend by the beach. I think my brain is still in beach mode. So maybe coming back to your intention. Taking full deep breaths in and out through your nose. Into a place that's calming to you. in, down, out. So I'm going to have you guys come to the wall. I'm going to stay this way because I'm going to use my imaginary wall. So what you're going to do is face the wall. You're going to take your right foot, you're going to sit on the wall. And if you have the, what is this called? Piece of wood in your way, that's okay. Just try to press your toes as close to the wall as you can. You may want to even find where there's a beam thingy in the middle, and you're going to bring your hands onto the wall and begin to lean further forward. Kind of bring the top of your head towards the wall. Aim your butt back. You can do this without a wall too. You're just going to flex your foot, gentle bend, and start to hinge further down. So we'll stay here for about 4 more rounds of breath. If you do need more, you can start to remove yourself from the wall, flex the foot, and hinge further forward. So the further down you go, the more likely you're going to feel this through the calf area and around the back of your knee. And of course, there shouldn't be any pain. 3 more rounds of breath. If you need to add a little bit more, flex through your foot just a dash more. Try to bring the pad of your foot maybe a little bit closer to the wall. You guys feeling that stretch? Good. Breathe in, and as you exhale, move yourself from the wall, and you can stay facing the wall. We'll just take a deep breath in, rise, exhale, hands to heart center. Maybe taking a moment just to go inward. Full breath in, scanning your right side. And exhale, release. Full breath in, scanning your left side. And exhale. Noticing any variation, right and left. I feel like I just blew a foot on my right side. Take a deep breath and raise your hand. Exhale, set yourself up for the other side. So my imaginary wall, my foot is pressing onto the wall. Gentle bend through your right knee. Hips, try to square them off with your wall. And when you're ready, begin to hinge a little bit closer to the wall. Maybe your top of the head touches near the wall. Scoot your butt as far back as you can. And add as much spice as you need to. So I'm getting pretty spicy here. I've brought my hands down to the ground. Only add the level of spice that you need. And the closer you aim your toes towards you, the more you're going to feel that too. More rounds of breath. Take a breath in, exhale, release. Shake your legs out. Okay, so we're going to use that a little bit more to get into a triangle pose. So facing your wall, you'll take your right foot close to the wall. This time it's going to stay grounded. Your left foot is going to come back. Big toe is about in line with the big toe side of the other foot. Start to square your hips off, hands to the wall, and then walk your hands down. If you need a little bit more space, you can edge a little bit further back. Maybe your forearms come to the wall. Or maybe your hands come to the ground. Try to keep your hips squared towards your wall. Two more rounds of breath. If there's space, see if you can lengthen through your right leg just a little more. If there's not, don't. So we're going to stay put. We're going to start to press a little bit more weight into our hands, bending a little bit more through our right knee. Be lifting our left heel off our mat, bringing a gentle bend to the knee. Hey, you guys ready to have some fun? Begin to lift, play with lifting your left toes up. It may happen, it may not, it's fine. You really need to bend your elbows a little bit more. Your forehead and the wall might meet. You breathe in, and don't worry, after this, the walls get sanitized when you guys leave. Inhale, maybe lift a little bit higher. Start to lift your upper body just a little bit more. Maybe do a little baby push-up here. Maybe add as much spice or not if you need. Your right leg should be on fire. No sharp, stabby, shooty pains though. And take a breath in. We'll walk our hand further up the wall. Start to pull yourself up and see if you can float your left toes to top the wall. And exhale. Bring it down. Shake it out. How's that right side feeling? Alive? Good. Let's bring our hands up. Breathe in and exhale. Hold. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Take a moment to be still. Inhale, rise. All right, other side. So left toes closest to the wall. Right toes back. Try to aim your toes facing the wall. Try to square your hip. Gentle bend as much as needed. And play with your stance. You might need to go a little bit wider or a little bit more narrow. Hands to the wall and start to fold. Fold. You can bring your forearms to the wall if they get there. And just find a stretch through the back of your left thigh. Paying attention to your hips. See if you can square your hips. They have a tendency to want to go in one direction. And take a breath in. And as you exhale, begin to bring a bend through your left knee. Hands on the wall. And maybe begin to lift your heel. Maybe lifting your foot, trying to align your foot with the hip. Be lifting yourself up just a little bit further. I'm using my imaginary wall this time. It's not quite as stable as the one behind me. Take a breath in and exhale. Maybe bending your elbows just a little bit more, lengthening through your spine just a bit more. Feeling your leg shake just a little bit. And take a breath in. And as you exhale, maybe you start to pull yourself, walk yourself a little bit further up, taking your right toes to tap the wall, bringing them down. Take it in, shake it out. Good. And let's face the front of the room. We'll take our feet out as wide as we can, toes pointing towards the now and O wall. Deep breath in, rise. Exhale, big bend through your knees. Bring your hands towards the ground. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, bigger bend through the knees as you rise. Now inhale, lengthen through your legs. Exhale, bend the knees as you fold. Send your sit bones a little bit further up. Inhale, rise. And this time, as you exhale, cactus arms. Bend your knees. Big, wide stance. You can use the wall here as a support if you'd like. Just come to the wall, back against the wall, and feet out. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, whichever option, maybe bring your sit bones just a little bit closer down. Make sure that your knees are underneath of your ankles. Big breath in. Yeah. Your knees, yeah, no, please make sure that doesn't happen. Take a breath in. And exhale, see if you can sit a little bit further down. Not too far down, or your knees might actually come underneath your ankles. All right. And inhale, lengthen, point your toes forward. And exhale, wide leg fold. Take as much of a bend through your knees as you need to. Fold. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Inhale, rise. Exhale, step your feet underneath you. Hands to heart, close the eyes. Just be still. Inhale and exhale. Let's make sure we recognize our legs are quite alive, like for the next 2 or 3 days. Shift over to the right. We'll take a short tree pose. So stay grounded, stay stable here. And focus on your upper body today. Gentle tuck, pull the belly in, roll the shoulders back, heart aims forward, chin parallel to the ground. Your hands by your side. Spread the fingers a little wider. See if you can feel that activation up the arm. Try to bring your thumb as far out as you can. And the rest of and see to your thighs. Maybe about all the way down. Be careful with your knees as you come up. If you have knee issues, now might be a good time to stabilize through your left leg. Otherwise, inhale, rise, and exhale. Shift over to your left. Ground down, right ankle. Apparently I don't have words today. Bring your, just get into a tree pose. And focus on your upper body. Maybe it's the kombucha. I had a little kombucha and I think it has like 0.0001% alcohol. Maybe it helped me. Take a breath in and breath out. 3 more rounds of breath. See if you can squeeze your shoulders a little bit closer together. Activating the muscles through the shoulders, spreading the fingers wide. Try to activate the muscles through your arms. Pull the belly in. Option to take a little forward fold here. Lean forward, hands can come to the thighs or the heart center. Maybe pull them all the way back. We'll inhale, rise. Option to go ahead and bring your right foot down before you rise. Breathe in and exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale. Bring it down. We'll find our way slowly into a seat. All right, good news. Coming on to our back. Pull the knees in. Roll the shoulders back. Lengthen. Activate through the core. Hands come to the back of your thighs. Good. Take a breath. Maybe lean just a little bit further back. Keep floating. 5 toes or 10. Slow. Bring your way down. You can keep the toes up or bring them down. You can use your hands as you float down towards the ground. If you're using your hand, you may notice it helps activate your lower core muscles more and your knees a little bit closer in. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lay back, relax. Sway your knees side to side. And back side. Full breath in, and full breath out. And then come into your inversion. So, lots of options. Lift your legs, lift your arms, relax your shoulders. You have the wall right behind you, so option to scoot around so that the legs are resting onto the wall. If you're working on anything else, feel free to do that. One more round of breath. Take a breath in. Exhale. Breathe back down. Inhale. As you exhale, release your knees over to the right, arms out wide. Maybe gazing over your left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale. Knees. Slowly release to center. Put the knees out wide. We'll work on our happy baby. Stack your ankles over your knees. Maybe climb your hands a little bit further out towards your ankle. If it's accessible, maybe hold on to the pinky edges of your feet. And if you need more spice, you can work your hands. These fingers grab big toes and take the legs out and wide. Breathe in, out, knees hug in. With any final movements, we'll form the last breath. And relax. Release into Savasana. Let your legs extend. Put your arms out by your side. Put your palms up to receive. Feeling any intentions that are Inhale. Exhale, knees tuck in. Slowly find your way to seated. Nice to heart. And smile on your face. Full breath in. Full breath out. And again. On this one. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Sondra. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Angela.
Everybody take care.
Bye, Angela.
Bye.
Thank you.